No, good team victory tonight. We wanted to make sure we established our defensive pressure right away. They're a really good offensive team. They run good stuff. So anything we could do just to disrupt the timing a little bit, we wanted to try to do. Pressure the ball so the passes weren't maybe on time, on target every time down the floor. We did a good job the first half of that. Created some turnovers. That led to some fast break baskets. And played a good offensive game. Shot over 50% from the field. Had 19 assists. We had 20 against them the first game. Only had 8 turnovers. I think that's what we had the first game. So a good offensive performance, and then you couple that with good defense, and you come out here with a nice team victory. So proud of our effort, proud of the way we bounce back again after a loss. We don't dwell on it, move on to the next game. And now we'll take a day off and spend a couple days getting ready to meet Boise in Vegas for the third time. And we know that will be a challenge, but we will come up with another game plan. We won't sit there and go, because this worked in game 1, it's going to work in game 2, and because it worked in game 2, it's going to work in game 3. We'll break down tape. We'll try to come up with a game plan we think will allow us to win this time when we face Boise, who's playing really good basketball right now.
Coach, with this being the very end of the regular season, just what was your thoughts on this year's regular season?
Just this team was gritty all year and tough. I mean, we played all year without a first-team all-conference player in Reese. The last 5 games we've been without Magoon, who could easily be the freshman of the year in this conference and playing really good basketball. And we don't make excuses. We lace the shoes up, we tie them up tight, and we go to work every day. And so proud of the way they handled adversity and found ways to win important basketball games all season. So proud of this group.
Coach, a lot of talk was on the seniors tonight. We had 2 non-seniors combined to score 27 points in Compton and Heidi. Heidi even hit his first career three-pointer. What does that mean to you?
Means we got good young talent. And, you know, Farrell stepped up today. Heidi's been playing well. You know, since Magoon went down, Heidi stepped into that role and done a really good job, scoring, rebounding, and playing really well. You know, Farrell's got himself into foul trouble, and so he got on the floor for finally some extended minutes tonight and made the most of them and did a really good job finishing around the basket.
What's been the difference for Miles? I mean, Miles Heidi. I mean, you know, there was a point middle of the season, I think Nick said, you know, we see some stuff online, some critical stuff, and heard some critical stuff in the stands. And for him to sort of come through all that and play the way he has in the last few games as a starter.
Yeah, you know, it's the hardest position to play in basketball, the center position, because every mistake you make is magnified. You know, it leads to a basket, or if you miss a layup, everyone's on you. And Miles is right where he's supposed to be, maybe a little ahead of schedule. He's a young big in his second season and getting toward the end of his second season, and you can see the growth. And so he's playing really good basketball right now, and you close your eyes and think what he's going to be next year and the year after. So he's a developing big man, and he's playing really good basketball right now.
Is that three-pointer, that's not an aberration, and we've seen that in practice, and that's something that's going to be part of this game going forward?
Yeah, he takes them. He takes them, so. We got him out there. I mean, he's in there with Farrell. I mean, he's in there with Jared, then Jared's out there. But he's in with Farrell, then he's the one that stretches the floor. And so if they don't guard him out there, he has to make the shot. If they just stay, well, we're not going to go out with Heidi, we'll just stay in the paint, then at some level he's got to make that shot. And one of the reasons I recruited him, I remember watching him in the summer of his senior year, summer basketball, he made 3 threes in a game. And so I knew that was part of what he had. And so maybe it's just the start of getting some rhythm and getting some timing and making a few.
What are your thoughts on the 3 seniors that were in here tonight that each contributed to the team throughout the season in various ways?
Yeah, and they're all one-year guys, and you think how critically important they were to us tonight. Really important. And obviously I'd have had DeMarche come up, but DeMarche's a lot like AG and some of those guys were. He went through senior night, but he's got another year left. So if he chooses to come back, he's got one more year as an Aztec. So I didn't bring him up there, but DeMarche played huge minutes today. You know, had a couple dunks and a couple block shots, and so he had to step up with Magoon out. So all my seniors, including Ryan and Desai, who pour their hearts out every day in practice to make us better, those guys are all invaluable. And so I'm just proud of all of them, and I think they've had everything they want from a college basketball experience this year at San Diego State. And that's all I want from them.
To help the added depth at that guard position with these seniors?
Yeah, well, I needed DeMarche tonight. I had all 3 bigs with 2 fouls. And I think DeMarche came in, and I think he got 2. But at least I had 4 guys. some teams aren't that deep, and that catches up to them. So our depth is a real important thing to us, and not only at the post position, but BJ guards the ball hard. He gets a little tired, and we bring Wayne in, and he just takes over where BJ left off. So we've got some guys that can wear the other team down with defensive pressure, and we did that again tonight.
What does a win like tonight do for your tournament resume?
I don't know. Was this a quad 2 win? I'm not sure what it filled in. So I think we're a tournament team, but I don't get to make that choice. So others will look at all the resumes, and every game is a bubble game. There were, I think there might only be 4 spots on the bubble, but there were 62 games today that people said it's a bubble game. So I don't think there are that many people on the bubble, but we'll find out. Every game is a bubble game right now. So all you can do as a coach is get your team to play their best basketball, win games, and then it's in someone else's hands, unless you win the conference title. Someone else gets to pick you. So we try to put a non-conference schedule together. We try to play in a competitive conference, play good basketball, and win games, and I think we've done that.
Was part of the importance of tonight and winning tonight that, when they get to when the selection committee starts meeting next week and all these conference tournaments going on, they pretty much have their field set. I mean, that's what people have said who've been in the room. And the conference tournament doesn't really matter as much as a regular season game. You get that sense as well, and that's why tonight is so important.
I just try to honestly get ready for the next game, and not try to obsess about that stuff. If you worry about it and you spend all day listening to all the experts on the bracket, you drive yourself crazy. So the only thing I can control is the performance of my team. So I put all my energy into that and not looking at what people are saying about us.
Coach, I asked the players this question earlier, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. Do you think that Boise State is going to show you anything different on Thursday?
Yeah, they're going to show us a lot of different things. They're going to come up with a game plan they think is different from the first 2 that'll work, yet do some of the things they do well, and we're going to do the same thing. We're not going to say because we beat them twice, we're just going to do the same thing. They're a different team, and we're a different team, and teams evolve during the season, so you're never the same. And so both teams are playing good basketball right now, and we'll try to come up with a plan over the next 2 days that'll allow us a chance at success on Thursday afternoon.
What's the latest with Magoon?
I think we're going to try to get him on the treadmill tomorrow, the Ultra G, where it's not full weight bearing, but he's out shooting. The swelling's gone. It's tightened up some where the doctors are happy with it, but now he hasn't done anything in 2 weeks. So we got to start getting him in shape and get him in game shape and see how it responds when he starts doing a little extra stuff. So our intention is to try to bring him back if he's healthy. Whether it's the Mountain West tournament on Thursday or whether, God willing, we're in the NCAA tournament for the NCAA tournament. But our intention is to have Magoon back this season.
You hope to practice them before the Mountain West tournament?
It all depends on what the rehab is like tomorrow. Every day is a new day at rehab. The doctors are happy with his progress. The swelling's gone. He's stiff. His calf is really stiff, not the knee. So we're working through all that. So trying to get him healthy as we can and then get him out there and see what he's capable of doing.
Is that normal for the calf to be stiff after some?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I think some of the swelling went down in the calf. Dr. Dutcher thinks so, but that's what Sergio told me. So.
Do you have an opinion on Player of the Year in the league?
I'm usually prone to give it to the guy that won the conference. So I think Nate Clifford's a wonderful player. He put 30-some on us, but it's a long haul. And to win the Mountain West Conference, I think Dent was a big reason for that. And as close as it was, they were a game apart. I usually give awards to the guy that wins the conference.
How special was it to be honored tonight on a home game regular season for senior night? And what was it? Any message before tip-off in terms of that, and just maybe for family for that?
It was amazing. It was great to be honored. For all our hard work we've done, how we've helped the program to be honored tonight was amazing. Going into the night, it was just fight hard, play hard, and the guys played really hard for us, especially, and we got the win. So.
And your defense has been going deep in the bag to 21 points in the first half. What is your guys' defensive mindset going into tournament play now?
We just got to lift our intensity, make sure that we're locked in on both ends, because our defense will lead to our offense, and just make sure we key in on our game plan and keep our focus.
Jared, it was a hot start for you guys tonight. You guys kind of kept your foot on the gas pedal throughout that whole first half, especially through the second half as well. What kind of momentum does that give you ahead of the tournament?
I think it just, it gives us a lot of momentum. You know, that was a must-win game for us. You know, and these last few games that we played in the tournament and moving forward, you know, we're not planning on losing. So I think just getting a win like that at home, it just really gives us a lot of momentum moving forward.
When it comes to senior night, talk to me a little bit about, for all you guys, what was your favorite moment tonight? Because this might be one of your last times here with these guys.
I mean, just watching the guys play, I mean, it's a culmination of all our hard work, and to set the tone like that in the first half and kind of what is a must-win game for us, I mean, that kind of just speaks to all the work we put in these past couple months. And you saw a defensive masterclass, so I mean, it was great to watch that. I mean, it's not a specific moment, but that first half was just special to watch.
I think it was just great to see how proud everybody was of each other, how we've been in the gym day and night. We've been in the weight room. We've all been together for a while now, and just seeing everything come together and put everything together for senior night and just go hard and get a win. I mean, the whole thing, the whole night was picture perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just to piggyback, man, it's crazy to have that feeling, you know, and just see guys, you know, do their thing on senior night, and but the most I'll say the part for me that was the most bittersweet was like the end when I was dapping everybody up, walking around the arena, you know, just seeing all those faces and you know, hit me in my chest that it was my last time walking around and dapping everybody up. So, you know, it was an amazing moment, honestly, and you know, I felt every emotion of that, so it was great.
Kimo, the crowd seems to like you. I mean, do you have any explanation for that? I mean, what, the first Ivy League guy to play at San Diego State?
I'm not too sure. I mean, I've said it many times, but a 5'11" brown kid, I mean, I kind of finds a special place in people's heart, I guess. I'm not sure what it is. Hard work. When I go out there, I just want to win, and I think they can relate to that. Yeah, I just want to see the Aztecs do well, so they find, I don't know, someone to believe in out there. And I mean, yeah, actually, I have no idea.
I say it's definitely well deserved. I mean, Kimo's the guy that you can rely on 24/7. You know, you put him in any situation, whether it's end of the game, right at the tip, where it doesn't matter. He'll bring the energy and bring what we need to win. And, you know, him getting that ovation that he well deserves, I mean, it's owed to him. He's a San Diego kid. He's worked hard all his life. Ivy League, Brown, San Diego State. The work he's put in, you know, it's amazing to see every game.
I mean, ditto. I can only agree. You know, Kimo's that guy. You know, he just brightens the room when he walks in. He's always smiling. He's always picking people up. I mean, it's just a pleasure to be around him. It's a pleasure to be around a person of that caliber. So, you know, I can be nothing but grateful.
Kimo, you have two seniors sitting next to you here that have a lot of experience, and you know their leadership has meant wonders to your team. What does it mean to play alongside these two?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you see it on the court. They're the steady force. So definitely have a lot of experience with these guys, and when the going gets tough, we know we can lean on these two, and these are just two of many. We have a lot of guys on the court that we can lean when times get tough, and I don't have too much experience of it, but playing late in March, times are going to get tough sometimes, and you just got to lean on each other.
Jared, you said earlier it was a must-win game. Was there any talk among the team before the game about how important it was to win this for getting in the tournament?
You know, not too much specifically about the tournament and whatnot, but, you know, just, you know, emphasizing the fact that we have to play hard for 40 minutes. You know, we have to play the hardest we've played all season because, you know, this just wasn't something we wanted to give up. This wasn't a game we wanted to give up. So, you know, just playing hard for 40 minutes, pushing the envelope and getting the win tonight. That was the main emphasis, just getting the win at any cost. So.
Coach said you guys looked tired Tuesday, and he thought maybe some of it was just having spent extra night there. I mean, losing day of practice, only having one day. You get a day off Wednesday. Did you guys just feel a lot more refreshed?
A little bit, but we're all 23, 19-year-old kids, so we shouldn't have too much of a problem getting up for games when we're only playing twice a week. UNLV they're playing great, and we didn't bring our best game. Hats off to them, but I mean, we had that urgency tonight, and we're full go. I mean, you saw it tonight. We're a pretty special team, and hopefully we're going to replicate those performances moving forward.
Wait, it seemed like you offensively got that run that really helped the Aztecs put the game in control. We outscored 24-3. Just Talk about what that connectedness was like on both sides of the ball, where the Aztecs were able to take control.
It starts from really the practices we put in this week. We were dialed in on the offensive end, and like I said earlier, our defense really helped us get to our spots on offense. You know, we're getting transition points, really emphasizing trying to get to the paint, kick out, spray. So it was great to, you know, everybody touch the rock and swing it around, get assists and paint touches, kick outs, threes, and really my teammates found me in good open spots, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
What's your mental approach to the conference tournament? Do you guys feel like you need to win another game to assure yourself, like tonight you were talking about this game you must win, or do you feel like you're just going there to try to win something and you're okay with the NCAA tournament?
I would say we're all new guys, and Coach Dutch said it in the locker room. He's been the head coach 7 times, and he's been in the Mountain West Championship game 7 times. So every single game's a must-win, and I mean, we owe it to the program, to the guys that came before us, that we're going to try our best to get into that championship game. So that's our mentality going to this tournament.
Wayne, you guys know as well as probably anybody in any sport, you know, beating a team 3 times in one season is difficult. You guys have to do that. We'll have to do that against Boise State on Thursday. Is there anything that they feel that do you feel that they were going to bring that's different from the first 2 matchups compared to this one?
I feel like the fight's just going to be a lot harder, but we just have to do what we do, lock in on the game plan and just come out and execute. We know they're going to come out with their best punch of the year yet. They've been playing well lately, and you know, they really are going to want this one in Vegas. So we just have to expect that, know that they're going to give us their best punch, and just be ready to work and get the win.